Welcome back. 4 decades he's been making music from movies, some of my favorite. Caddyshack. Really? Are you kidding me? Then there's Footloose and Top Gun. Those are iconic films within themselves, but he's laid down the soundtracks for those. He's now adding children's author to his list of talents that continues to grow from his new book called Footloose, based off of Footloose. Kenny Loggins is here. And I am so interested in seeing how you took this song and made it into a children's book. Where'd this seed of this idea come from?
The idea came from a couple of years ago. I did Frosty the Snowman with Peter Yarrow's imprint, Peter Paul and Mary. And the publisher then was Charles Nurnberg. And Charlie called me up a few months ago and said, have you ever considered making Footloose into a children's book? And I said, I have no idea. How would you do that? And he said, all I know is it's got to have thousands of animals because my granddaughter loves animals. So I started thinking about it and thought, okay, if there's 100 animals, then or 1,000 animals, you're in the zoo. And if it's Footloose, they've got to be dancing. So my first premise was the animals have to come out, they have to dance. So I kept some of the original characters. I kept Jack, Get Back, Come On Before We Crack is now Jack howling with the wolf pack.
So
and Jack is the zookeeper.
Yeah, there's
there we go. And I kept Louise rocking the chimpanzees. There's Milo in the upper right corner.
Will you read
teaching them all to tango.
And show us how you wove some of those lyrics in there?
Oh, the DJ elephant in the lower right corner.
Oh my gosh!
So here's a piece. Oh, this page here. Footloose, slip on your dancing shoes, which instead of kick off.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lulu, what's that wiggle you do? That's the snake. And as I would write these things, I would tell Tim, the illustrator, Lulu's got to be a snake. Because I got her, what's that wiggle you do is my rhyme. So,
Sure.
Jack, jump back, here come the ducks, quack, quack. Lose your blues, everybody cut Footloose. I have 5 kids of my own. Yeah. I have 5 kids of my own and a granddaughter, so I've read a few children's books over the years.
Did those lyrics come to you easier than the ones that actually went with the song?
Way easier. Well, once I got the picture of the zoo and Jack's the zookeeper and they're all going to dance in the moonlight, and then many years of reading children's books, it just poured out.
Yeah.
Have you read?
I had a moment where I wrote the line about the Mr. DJ Elephant's funky hip hop and grooves, spinning the thing. I called to my son, who's 22. I said, "Look, you guys still say funky?" He goes, "Yeah, Dad. Now and then we say funky. It's still barely there."
That's great.
But you have to put a hashtag in front of it and put old school.
Right. Look at the family. Look at your.
Oh, that's Luke. Just to my right shoulder is Luke.
Yeah.
Cody, Bella, Crosby.
Sorry, that's a
missing
Gap
Hannah,
ad
my
right
19.
I know, or like a Ralph Lauren ad.
Right.
Is that your family, or did you hire him?
You're right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good-looking kids. You also have a grandchild, Pfeiffer.
I have a grandchild, Pfeiffer.
Have you read this book to her?
Oh, I test everything on Pfeiffer.
Oh, you do?
Great. First I played the music for her. This is before she could dance, this picture here. She dances now. She kind of wobbles.
Is she about 2?
She's a year and a half.
Oh, mine's about to be 2. She does the same thing.
Does the wobble. But she loves any music. If it has a beat, she'll dance to it.
I would do this with my boys because mine are 12 and almost 15, but when they were much younger, I became a single dad. Every night I put them in the same room, and I would close the door and I go, "Good night, I love one of you more than the other," click, and I would let the door close. Did you have that fun relationship with your kids? Did you ever tease them?
No, because that I would have to put money away for therapy.
I know, Mark.
Oh, wait, I didn't think of that.
Any year now.
Well done.
Well, I figured they would start talking, going, "Do you think it's me?"
Yeah,
Nice.
You did, did you? Okay.
Planted that seed.
I recommend people read parenting books before actually having children. By the way, I wanted to warn, speaking of the parents, I want to warn the parents not to read this book at bedtime. Because this is a dancing book, and
It'll keep them
you're
up.
going to get them up for about a half an hour.
So it won't get them scared. It'll just keep them up.
Does it come with the disclaimer on there by any chance?
Too much dancing in this.
Be careful.
Are you thinking about turning any of your other songs into children's books? I mean, because I guess they could all work.
Well, the same fella, Charlie, called me after this was ready to go, and he said, "I think we have a hit here. How about Danger Zone?" So, okay.
That's a Top Gun reference.
Well, I thought about it, and because parents are a little nervous about the danger of, with children. I thought, what if Danger Zone represents where the fun is? And so that, so the child dreams of being a pilot, let's say, or the classic, going to the moon or walking on the moon, or I dream of snowboarding or skiing, or, so whatever this slightly dangerous thing is, we have the child doing it in a way that's in his dreams or her dreams, and then the parents encourage that child to go for it, to dream big and to have this thing that they can achieve. And one of the lines is, I know I can do it, Daddy's going to show me how.
Wow.
So we keep the mom and dad as part of the ones who enable this crazy
I should have
idea.
called him for parenting advice. I really
it's
should
never,
have.
it's not too late.
No,
he might be able to write a song for you.
I don't know if I can undo what I did.
It's all right. It's not too late. So just listen to
I say
songs
that every
and we'll
day.
all be fine. But speaking of Danger Zone, you're coming up on the 30th year anniversary of Top Gun. Can you guys live that 30th year anniversary?
And we're sitting here with Tom Cruise.
It's so nice that he showed up. I mean, he was this doppelganger. But truly, speaking of Tom Cruise, I just recently saw you on Jimmy Kimmel. And that was the first time that you had ever met Tom Cruise. In the 30 years, they had this huge hit with the song
That's
and the
me
movie.
and him there.
And you never met. You never
I had
met.
longer hair at the time.
You both look great. When we come back, you're going to give us the story behind that.
Okay.
Yeah? Right now.